Okay, I talked about the fact that it's heavily concentrated and that, just a few entities own most of it. And when you have this heavily of a concentration in an asset, anything can happen. The price spikes a lot. Why? Oh, because one or more of these entities decided they wanted to buy more of it. Oh, the price dropped. What happened? Well, some of these entities decided that they didn't want as much of it anymore. They can really impact supply, demand, and ultimately price. And as an individual investor or somebody who's trying to trade these or hold these or buy them for my kids for the long term, I have zero control over that and not a ton of visibility. But when you look at who holds the most Bitcoin, Coinbase, that's us, individual investors that are buying into our own accounts. Satoshi, whoever that is, it's an entity, a mysterious entity, but they do have a digital signature, so we know it's out there. We just can't track the person down. Binance, BlackRock, the biggest money manager in the world. This company here, MicroStrategy. This is a publicly traded stock that used to be in the making equipment for servers, right? It used to be in the AI intelligence business, but it's changed its business completely. And for the past 5 years, its CEO, Michael Saylor, all he wants to do is collect Bitcoin. And basically, it's a Bitcoin treasury and one of the best performing stocks this year.
Here's the interesting thing about this chart, Caleb. I know it says as of November 24, election happened. We saw Bitcoin run. BlackRock has actually increased their ownership. They now have over 528,000 Bitcoin. So we're talking about the largest treasury of money from an institutional. They're seeing a value in it, whereas before, maybe 5 years ago, this chart would look nothing like this.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I think that's important. Like I said, we're agnostic about the situation. So just giving you the information, it's not debatable facts. Just so you can be informed. Bitcoin is held by institutions for the most part. That's not something that is debatable. That's an actual fact. Now it could be a good thing because you could say, okay, well, if BlackRock owns this much, and they're very intelligent people, right? They're not gonna own something that's not gonna go up in value. That's a sign that it's gonna go up in value. That's a sign that it's even safer going forward. Or you can look at it and say, well, if they own this much, then they're going to control everything. And it kind of goes against the whole principles of it being decentralized and and the small guys ever win. But the world does not work on fairy tales. The rich run it. The rich have always run the world, right? There's never been a time in human history since money was created that the rich didn't run the world. And they run cryptocurrency. They own the most of it. They control the price and they run it. That's just important for you to know. So it's not like this utopia that some people think that it is. That's just not the case.
Yeah.
And I have a strong suspicion that they could still get you, because even, in the Middle East, when October 7th happened, they got the Hamas's crypto, so Bitcoin. So I don't know how they got. I don't know how they did that, but that lets me know that if they want to get your crypto, they're going to get your crypto. That's just my own personal opinion. That might not be an actual fact, but the fact that they actually got their Bitcoin so quickly, I just think that they have some level of intelligence that if
digital footprints.
Yeah, it's all on the ledger.
It's all on the ledger. Now, they can do some digital sleuthing to find out who's who on that ledger, and that's probably how they got it. But let me just show. Go back to that chart real quick if we can. Or was I presenting?
I got you.
Okay, so you see there the U.S. government number 7. It owns 213,000 Bitcoin at a value. Well, now the value is probably $25 billion. But where did it get its Bitcoin? Right? Well, it's not like the Treasury and Janet Yellen was out there scooping Bitcoin, right? And it definitely wasn't happening in the administration before that. What is it from? It's from the seizure of assets from criminal activity that the Treasury keeps in its Treasury, right? So the United States owns Bitcoin, and President-elect Trump said they'll never sell it. Now, he's catering to the Bitcoin crowd to help get him elected, but we do have quite a bit of Bitcoin in our Treasury, and if we're going to mine our own, there's going to be a lot more. And to your point, Rashad, it's antithetical to the way that Bitcoin was created by Satoshi Nakamoto, whoever that was, right? It was never supposed to be this, but it's gone capitalist real quick. Why? Because there's value in it. And once there's value in something, here come the sharks, right? And if you want to swim with the sharks as a pilot fish or a fish behind the pilot fish and make some of that money too and invest in it and learn about it, you can do that. Or you can just say, that's just capitalism run amok. I don't want any part of it. But I assume if you're watching this, you're interested in it.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next slide real quick. Anyway, there's
In
more.
terms, we're going to call them the whales.
Yeah, they're whales. They are the whales, right? Chinese government has a ton of Bitcoin. Fidelity. Look, these are big companies, right? Robinhood has a lot, but that is held for clients like us, right? So we do have, individuals do have it.